Welcome back. This is Stef from Cold Blooded Freaks, and in today's episode, we are doing another Balling on a Budget. This one is going to be extra fun because we are working and talking about puzzle. Let's get to the snakes. Before we hop on to Morphmarket and show you some of these awesome looking snakes, I want to just go over the fact that het puzzle or puzzle alone is right now it is very hot. It's a very popular gene that a lot of people are getting into, and with that said, its price tag is still holding strong. So I do try to keep these balling on the budgets a little bit below $1,000 as much as I possibly can, but in this episode it was a little bit difficult. But there is certainly some great deals out there, and especially if you're willing to grow them up and watch the project develop over the next few years. But I won't hold you guys any longer. I'll hop onto Morphmarket and show you what I found. The first one is actually a group for puzzle. So this is what they call, the seller called it a puzzle package. So it's $650 currently, and it is 1.4. So you're getting 5 snakes for this $650 price tag. You get 1 male and the rest are females. The genetics in this group are a banana lesser het puzzle, possible pastel, a female pastel het puzzle, another female pastel lesser het puzzle, and 2 het puzzle females. So you do get a nice group for the puzzle project, so that's kind of neat. But the thing that you do have to consider is that you are going to have to grow all these females up. Having a group this large is kind of works in your benefit to a degree, because sometimes those females at certain weights decide they don't want to eat very well for you all of a sudden, and you think they're on a great trend and then they just stop eating. So having a mix or a group of females and not just depending on one female to get to the project that you are looking for is sometimes very beneficial. And with this price tag, it gets you into the puzzle group very quickly. Moving on to adding some other recessives into puzzle. So ideally, when you're working with a gene that a lot of people are already working with, you want to kind of jump in with another couple genes on board, as many recessives as you possibly can fit realistically, and other dominants or co-doms that you can fit under a good price tag, of course. I found a pastel Enchi double het puzzle hypo male and proven breeder, 710 grams, and he's $300. This male would be great to add to your collection, because even if you do get another female that you want to grow up and breed to him eventually so that you can get visual puzzles, you can also take him and breed him to other females in your collection. And with RGI and other genetic testing companies, you're able to take those babies that you produce when you breed him to some of your other females and see if they are indeed het puzzle and het hypo. And that's pretty cool in itself, because then you don't have the waiting game, and you can keep some of those males potentially back if you breed him to a more genetically diverse female, such as a many multi-gene female. He would be great for that and just adds to the possibilities of what you can produce. But with that said, the female that I found that I thought would be very good for this guy is a double het hypo het puzzle female, and she's only $450. But with that said, in the age range, she is a 2024 and she's sitting at 300 grams. Always ask your breeder that you're buying a female from how she's eating, what she's eating, and if that is indeed her current weight. Her being a 2024, I'm not really sure exactly what part of the year she was necessarily hatched. 300 grams, I would say that she might be a little bit bigger than that by now. It's possible. You could always ask for sure. But that is another female that you're going to have to wait to grow up. But your male could be producing other babies for the future for her, potentially, in the meantime. All right, so now we're moving on to another double het. So this is a het puzzle het desert ghost pastel female. It's listed that it was born in November of 2023, and it also says that she is 524 grams. I would definitely ask this breeder if that is indeed the right weight. It could be, but I would expect her to be a little bit bigger by now, but maybe she hit a wall in feeding and is about to go over that wall and start eating again. Good question to ask, but this female, it would be an awesome combination with another male that I have here that I'm going to show you in just a second. This female is $750, so she's has some room for a good male to be paired with her for under $1,000, but I will show you him in just a second. He is only $300 and he is 202 grams, a 2024 male, and he's a pastel double het DG puzzle. So you could potentially get super pastel DG puzzles with this pair for a little over $1,000. And you probably, depending again on her weight, you might need to wait about a year and a half or so to get her up to weight if she is indeed eating well. And in the meantime, you could potentially breed that male to some of your other females. The fact that he is about 200 grams means that he himself probably, depending on how he's eating, needs another season or so to get up to breeding size. But that pair for that amount of money could definitely give you a return on your investment if you do indeed ever hit a visual DG puzzle. Hey, this is post-edit Stef here. You've gotten this far in the video, so help us out and hit that subscribe button because we are on the mission to get to 900 subscribers and it's completely free. So we would really appreciate your help. Let's get back to the video. Another very great deal that I found on here was a hypo pastel het puzzle. This male is $299, and this seller also has other het puzzle options on the site that you can look into potentially making a deal. Maybe you can get 2 or 3 animals that they have for sale for a discounted price, but that $299 is a great price. First off, it is a visual hypo. So if you breed him to another one of your females, you get 100% het hypos if that female does not carry hypo in it. But you also get the potential of passing on that het puzzle to any of your other females as well. So awesome potential there. The fact that he is a 2025 does mean that you probably have to wait maybe a year. Depends on how he's eating, if he's eating very well for you. In this picture, he looks like he's pretty well started, but you might have to wait probably until next season to breed him. You wouldn't be able to breed him this year, but still awesome potential for this male. But we're going to move on to another awesome male here because I am excited about this guy. We are adding another recessive in, and this is one of my favorite recessives. It is Desert Ghost. So one of the trends that I see a lot with puzzle right now is almost all of them have pastel in them. Somewhere, it seems. So when you're buying pairs, the likelihood of you hitting, if you do get a pastel and another pastel that is also a het puzzle or a visual, or a lot of them have pastel in it. So you might get super pastels, and that's not a bad thing. But I want to see more genes. So taking your males and breeding them to other females in your collections, I think would be beneficial for you because you're going to be able to get more than just pastels in there and really see what other genes do with puzzle. And that is a bonus for sure. But with that said, this male does have a different gene in it, which is one of my favorite genes, actually. It's a pastel chocolate triple het Desert Ghost hypo puzzle. So this guy is quite loaded with some genes here. And he's only $300. It says that he is a 2024, and he says that he's about 200 grams. So this is another one of those situations where I would reach out to the breeder and just ask if he is indeed only 200 grams, what part of 2024 he was hatched in, and how he's eating, because you don't necessarily want to get into breeding a project that's going to take a while to get to breeding size to begin with if they're already not eating well as a baby. So definitely just ask. It's worth the question, and I'm sure the breeder will be happy to answer any questions that you have. Moving on to another very, very potential packed male. This is a puzzle het hypo, and he's 270 grams. It says that he was produced in 2024, and he looks to be growing very well. He's $700. This male bred to a few or a bunch of your other females that you have in your collection, after he gets some more weight on him, maybe even next breeding season, would potentially give you a very quick return on your investment with him. And having a visual puzzle going to your collection, your females, will give you 100% het puzzles. And that is a bonus. With the possibility of being het hypo, again, you would have to send those shed tests out if you do want to confirm yourself, or you can just list them as possible het hypos. But if you wanted to keep them back for yourself or any holdbacks, you would definitely want to send those shed tests out to confirm that you have indeed a double het. The best thing about this is that nowadays no one really has to wait years to find out if their offspring have the recessive that they're hoping is in it. There's a chance that it's in it. It's so cool now that you're able to just send the shed test out and be able to confirm or deny it. And I think that is a bonus when it comes to projects like this, especially because you can get a bigger bang for your buck and still hit what you're going for. And I think that's a win-win. And now we're talking about our last pair. Now, this pair does come in over $1,000. So broke the budget on this one, but will absolutely give you a return on your investment. This is a triple het pair, DG hypo puzzle. So there is an Enchi male that is sitting about 340 grams. So he is very close to being a breeder size. He's a 2024. So it would appear to me that he's eating very well. And the female is what does it for me, because she is an OD. So you have Orange Dream in her, which I think I love Orange Dream. I think the potential to have super Orange Dreams in the future, potentially from her offspring, is even cooler. But she's an Orange Dream het DG, het puzzle, het hypo, and she's $1,000. I don't know her current weight, and she is a 2025. So it's worth asking the question for sure. And she does need some time to grow up, but having that male in your arsenal and being able to breed him to some of your females, and again, you're probably going to want some at least double het females with him or another triple het female with him. Maybe that's not necessarily carrying other genes, but if you want to, if they're available, it's worth a shot to make some other visuals in the future with him. But he is still good to breed to some of your other females that you have, so that you can get some potential triple hets. Or if you do have a female that might be just het DG or a visual DG or a visual hypo female, and you can breed him to those and get visuals that are possible double het puzzle het DGs, that is awesome too. So the potential with this pair, it is pricey and it is a little bit risky because you're putting a lot of money into one female, and you got to hope that she only takes, a couple years to grow up to size. And with the market, you kind of got to weigh your pros and cons with this, because if you're going to put some money in, you might as well invest into it with the most recessives that you can. That seems to be the name of the game right now. So the more recessive you have, the better return on your investment. And right now, DG hypo puzzles are extremely expensive. And a lot of them do tend to be pastel Enchi DG hypo puzzles, what I've been seeing, or super pastels, and they look awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. In the comments below, let me know if you're interested in working with puzzle, already are in puzzle, or if any of these guys looked interesting to add to your collection. I would love to hear about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.